Due to the software as a service architecture, you need to configure all IP ranges, individual IP addresses, domains, and URLs in your firewall allow lists to ensure successful connectivity. Depending on your network configuration, you may need to modify your firewall configuration to permit outbound connections to the Zoom services. Note that challenge here is that the IP addresses are subject to change, and it is essential to allow traffic to these CIDR blocks to ensure access to the services. Hence, you would also need to configure external dynamic lists and update it regularly in order for your Zoom services to function properly. This page lists the current Zoom SaaS IP ranges and domains for each region. IT and security teams can use Cortex XSOAR's Zoom feed integration to configure and ingest readily all the indicators, including the IP CIDRs, DomainGlobs, URLs, etc., and add it to the Palo Alto Networks firewall's external dynamic allow list. Configuring the Zoom feed integration in Cortex XSOAR is very straightforward and simple. All you need to do is input the Zoom endpoint URL, which is added here by default, and you can also get it from the Zoom portal. Make certain selections such as fetch indicators. Provide a value for the indicator reputation by making the right selection. In this case, it is all the good feeds, so we want to add it to the allow list. You can also select the source reliability. It's highly reliable coming from Zoom itself. Indicator expiration method. In this case, we select when removed from the feed, so meaning any indicator that is removed from the Zoom feed will automatically get expired in Cortex XSOAR. You can also configure the feed fetch interval. By default, it is 30 minutes, meaning every 30 minutes, Cortex XSOAR will perform a fetch to get the latest Zoom feed indicators. And once you have completed all the optional selections, you can go ahead and test this integration. And once it is tested for success, we go to the indicators page. And as you see here, all the IP CIDRs have been readily ingested into Cortex XSOAR. So you can actually see the value of the CIDR, reputation, source timestamp, source brand, source instances, etc. And you can also perform searches based on the expiration status. In this case, I have all the active expiration status indicators seen here. You can also go ahead and add these search query to the saved query list. So as you see here, I have already created queries for Zoom feed CIDR, Zoom feed domain glob. So if you can actually go ahead and select that, the query runs and fetches the results for domain glob as you see here. And once you have all these feeds coming into Cortex XSOAR, you can go ahead and also configure the Palo Alto Networks PANW external dynamic list service. So in this case, we already have this integration built in out of the box. All you need to do is go ahead and provide the name for this particular integration instance. So in this case, I will have Zoom feed CIDR. We copy the indicator query that you actually saw on the indicator page and put it in here. You can also have the EDL size input here. You can also provide refresh rates, a unique port for the Cortex XSOAR to basically use in order to have this PANW EDL service. And once you have that, you can test this for success. Similarly, I have a separate integration instance for the EDL service. So it's a separate service for the domain glob, and you have this indicator query here, EDL size, a refresh rate, a unique port here, and then again you can actually configure and test integration instance for success. And likewise, you can also have a separate instance specifically for all the allow list feeds, especially the URL that needs to go into the Palo Alto Networks firewall. And all these services run all the time. And Cortex XSOAR makes it really easy for you to have this Zoom integration up and running and also have no performance issues or access issues with respect to Zoom service. Thanks for watching.